All right, good morning, Eagles. Good morning, good morning. You're welcome to yet another beautiful Friday morning. And guess what? I'm about to unveil something that will not just blow your mind, that is going to set your business on the right fire, the right momentum that you need. This morning, I'm going to be unveiling a training for us on a program that was unveiled by the entrepreneur mentor, Ambassador Michael Okoli. We were at the conclave some few weeks back, where we had a timeout bonding with the entrepreneur mentor, and he unveiled a program. He unveiled a project, and he asked us to go ahead and implement it. So between then and now, I have sat down and I have looked at it to bring out the details that you need to see to catch it and have a big picture. That's why I asked you to go to the chat space and type big picture this morning, because that's exactly what someone is about to see this morning. Now I'm going to share this with us this morning so that you can also understand. So ladies and gentlemen, that project is titled Project Activate. Project Activate. Project Activate. If you can see the screen, just go to the chat space and type yes, 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 so that we go ahead. You can see the screen, confirm you can see the screen. Project Activate. Project, all right, amazing. Project Activate. But before we go ahead, before I go ahead to unveil the Project Activate, we must understand what activate means. You need to understand what activate means, so that it will help you to understand this project very well. Now, what is activate? What is activate? Very simple. Number one, it simply means to make active or more active. To make active, something active, or you make something that is active more active. That is what activate means. Activate also means to cause activity. To cause activity where there is inactivity. And also, what is activate? Activate simply also means to start a function or action. To start a function or action. Activate also means to trigger a reaction of activity. To trigger a reaction of activity. I want to believe that this morning, the word activate is no longer strange to someone connected here this morning, because the understanding of the word activate will help you understand the project activate. Ladies and gentlemen, this morning, how do you maximize the project activate? I'm about to show you the bigger picture of what the activate project is all about. How do you maximize the project activate? How do you maximize it? First of all, I want to believe that we are following, and you are carefully following, and you are not distracted. First of all you simply need to do to maximize the project activate is for you to simply connect a minimum of 2 people in a month to be activated. Connecting in an entire 30 days, on a worst case scenario, you will personally sponsor just 2, only 2, minimum. It can be more. But for you to be captured in this project activity, all you simply need to do is to sponsor minimum of 2 people in a month for you to be activated. Secondly, you will work with these 2 people connected by you to also activate by connecting their own 2 minimum. Remember, all I'm going to be showing you is minimum. It can be more. It can be more. It should be more. But this is minimum. So you're going to work with those 2 persons you connected in a month to also activate. You know, you just activated. So you also want them to activate. To also activate by connecting their own 2 minimum in order for you to stay active. Now, if you have activated with 2 persons, if those 2 persons does not activate, you are not active. You don't stay active. You don't stay active. For you to stay active, what you need to do is to help those 2, work with those 2 you have connected to also activate. And what is activate? Simply connecting a minimum of 2 persons in a month for them to become activated, and for you, who is the upline, to stay active. Ladies and gentlemen, what next do you do? All you simply do is you teach your 2 to also stay active. How do they stay active? It's by them also working with their own 2 to activate. Very simple formula here. And I'm going to show you the big picture of what I'm just summarizing here. The first is for you to connect a minimum of 2 people in a month to be activated. You now become activated by connecting a minimum of 2. Now, what you will do now is you work with these 2 immediately to connect their own 2, for them to also activate. For them to activate is by them connecting their own minimum of 2 people. And once they connect their minimum of 2 people, you now stay active. For you to stay active, you must have helped the 2 persons who connected with you to connect their own 2. That helps you to stay active. Now, the next you do is you teach those 2 you have connected, who have activated, to also stay active. How do they stay active? It's by them also working with their 2 to connect their 2 to activate. Once your teammates activate, you stay active. Once you connect 2, you are activated. Once your teammates who you connected connect their own 2, you stay active. So there are 2 keywords here: to be activated and also to stay active. Underline them. To be activated and also to stay active. And also teach those you have activated under you to also stay active. Very simple. What is the implication? What is the implication of the project activate? Ladies and gentlemen, now open your eyes. I'm about to show you the big picture of the project activate. I'm about to show you what this simple formula, what this simple project activate can do for you. Now follow me as I unveil this. I'm going to share with us project activate 12-month plan with just 1 profit center. With somebody with just the minimum profit center, which is just one profit center. For those of us with multiple profit centers, when I am done, you can extrapolate by multiplying the outcome by the number of profit centers that you have. So I need you to pay attention now, because this is the bigger picture of what the project activity is all about. Ladies and gentlemen, remember we said for you to be activated, for you to activate, all you simply need to do is to do what? Is to connect just 2. Just 2. I want to believe you can see my screen. Just connect only 2. Minimum. It can be more, but 2. For you to follow this plan that I'm about to show you. Now, if you connect these 2 in this month of May, for those of you who have connected 2 already, congratulations. If you are here already, you have connected 2, congratulations. If you have not connected your 2, do anything possible to connect your 2 before this month runs out. Before March 2022 will pack its load and go. Ensure you connect your minimum of 2, sponsor 2. It is possible if you see it as being possible. Now, once you connect your 2 in the month of May, one will be on the left side, one will be on the right side. And guess what? In the month of May, your matching bonus will be 7,000. So what it means is that before this month's round up, you should earn 7,000 naira matching bonus, courtesy of the 2 people you connected to stay active, to be activated. I want to believe you're following and you're understanding. What it simply means is that you up there connected your 2. This is you up and this is 2 down. And if you connect your 2, one on the left, one on the right, your matching bonus is 7,000. 7,000 naira. Follow me. In the month of June, as we appeared in June, you are already working with these two persons to also activate. How will they activate? They will connect their own two minimum. Very simple. They will just connect their two. Now, your first generation will now be activated. You up there will now stay active. The reason why you stay active is because your first generation has activated. Remember, I said there are two keywords here for you to underline. Activate and also staying active. You first of all have to activate, then you stay active. So you have connected a minimum of 2 in May. And in June, you worked with the 2 to connect just their 2. You will discover that this is very, very, very possible. Because these 2 that you have helped, that you have connected, if you get them to make their list, make their 50 contact name list, and the 50 contact name list is being handled properly, professionally, it becomes very easy for them to connect their 2. Before they are rounding up their week 2, week 3, they have connected their 2, because in week 1, they will make 50 contact name lists. In week 2, they will make 100 contact name lists where they will be doing their business launch. The goal is to help them sign up only 2, minimum. Minimum. Now, if you work with your teammates to now activate and you stay active, you must have gotten 4 extra new persons that has joined your team. It means your team size has increased from just you to 2, from 2 to 4. Now, are you saying that you plus 2 plus 4, you have a total of 7 people as a team? And guess how much you will earn in June? 14,000 naira. Follow me. The money might look small, but just follow me and see what happens to the income. See what happens to the money. Ladies and gentlemen, in July, you are teaching the people you connected in May. Take notes. To help their teammates who came in June to activate so that they can stay active. But it's not about you staying active again. It's about them staying active. And once they stay active, you are also automatically active. Now, once you teach them to help their 2 activate and they are able to activate, guess what? 8 new persons will have joined your team. Are you seeing that in the period of 90 days, your team size have grown from just you to 8 plus 4 plus 2 plus you, which is what? Which is already 15. You have a 15. So you can't spend 3 months here and you don't have up to 15 teammates who are committed, who understand what to do and are running it. So by July 2022, you must have connected 8 new persons have come in. Remember, you are not the one who sponsored them. You will also enjoy a residual income of 56,000 naira. Are you seeing that your income is growing? Somebody is asking, how did we arrive at 56,000? Very simple. 8 times 7,000 naira, which is a matching bonus, is 56,000 naira. In August, the people who came in July will activate. And once they activate, guess what? 16 new persons have joined your team. The team size has also increased. Now, these 16 new persons will be matched, will be paired. And you are going to get a bonus of 112,000 naira. Just give me a minute. Give me a minute. All right. So sorry for that interruption. So I need you to follow me, and I will go back quickly so that we can all be carried along. I'll go back again a little so that we can all be carried along. So like I said, all you simply need to do is to sponsor personally just two, only two. Now you will discover that in the whole process, at the end of the day, you are going to tell me how many persons you personally sponsored in the whole cycle. You're going to tell me how many persons you personally sponsored in the whole cycle. Now, like I said, all you need to do to be activated is for you to sponsor just two in the month of May, this month. Do that quickly if you have not done that. May is about to round up. You can sponsor two before May is over. Now, once you sponsor two, one is placed on your left, the other on your right, it will match and pay you 7,000 naira. In June, you work with those two to also sponsor their two, and I have given us tips on how you can work with them, and sponsoring two will not become a spiritual issue. Now, once you work with them to become activated, you will stay active. And guess what? In that month of June, for working with them to become activated and staying active, you will also earn 14,000 naira residually, because two new came on your left, two new came on your right. It will be paired and it will pay you 14,000 naira. In July, please confirm that my screen is clear and you can see it. Please confirm you can see my screen. Kindly confirm you can see the screen so that I am not talking to myself. All right, beautiful, beautiful. In July, you also taught your two who you sponsored to stay active. Staying active means that they will work with their teammates to activate. Now, if their teammates activate, 8 new persons have joined your team, you will enjoy matching bonus of 28,000 naira. How did we arrive at 28,000 naira? 8 people, 4 on the left, 4 on the right. When 4 is paired to the other 4, it becomes 4 matches. 4 times 7 is 28. That is how we arrived at 28,000. Pay attention. In August, your teammates who you connected in June are also working with your downline to also activate. And guess what? 16 new persons have joined you. 8 on the left and 8 on the right. Now, this 8 on the left will be paired to the 8 on the right, and you will earn 56,000 naira. That is 8 times 7. 8 times 7 is 56,000 naira. Ladies and gentlemen, in September, 5 months from today, if you follow just this Activate project, you can be doing your business generally, but if you decide to be focused and pay attention to this Activate project, this project Activate, in September, 32 new persons will join you. Simply, now remember, the new people who came in August are the only one who sponsored just 2. Every other person is working with them to sponsor 2. And 32 persons have joined your team. Have you seen that your team size have grown? 32 plus 16 plus 8 plus 4 plus 2 plus you. That is the size of your team. We first of all talk about the size, then we talk about the income. Ladies and gentlemen, because 16 came on the left, 16 came on the right, the 16 will be paired to 16. And when you multiply 16 matches to 7,000 naira, what you have is 112,000 naira. At this point, some people have replaced their salary. At this point, some people have replaced their salary. And guess what? It is residual. In October, 6 months from today, from now, in October, the people who joined in September, the people who were sponsored in September will also activate. And once they activate, 64 new persons will join you. Remember, you only connected just a minimum of 2, only 2 minimum. Now, if this 64 joins, it means there are 32 persons on the left, 32 persons on the right. That is how the 64 will be divided. and the 32 on the left will be matched to the 32 on the right. And you will have 32 times 7,000 naira matching bonus. And that is 224,000 naira. 224,000 naira. Ladies and gentlemen, in November, where Christmas is smelling at the corner, where Christmas is in the air, where people are scampering, looking for money on how to borrow. Some people want to borrow money from cooperative. Go to the cooperative of any institution. You will discover that the time more money is being borrowed is in December, in November, December. Because people want to borrow to go and spend Christmas. People want to borrow to go and impress people. People want to borrow to go and spend and enjoy themselves. But in that November, because you started the project Activate in May, in that November, 128 people will join you. How? The people who join you in October will activate a minimum of 2, only 2. And you will have 128 people join your business. What it means is that you have 64 on the left, because this is how the 128 will be divided. 64 on your left, 64 on your right business loans. And your single profit center, remember this is with a single profit center. Your single profit center will pay you 448,000 naira. Ladies and gentlemen, are you seeing that some of you who are planning on how to borrow 500,000 naira in November have no need to borrow money again? 448,000 naira matching bonus will accumulate for you in November if you start the project Activate today. Ladies and gentlemen, in December, gone. All you simply need to do is to get the November people who connected. Now remember, everybody who joined the business from May, July, August, September, October are working with those in November to activate. A minimum of 2, just 2. And if those 2 connect, if those people in November activate their minimum of 2 each, 256 teammates have joined you. Are you seeing how you can grow your team size between now and December? Are you seeing? And guess what? When people are spending, money is leaving people, money is coming to you. This 256 will be divided 128 on your left, 128 on your right, and it will match. The 128 on your left will match the 128 on your right. And if you multiply 128 by 7,000 naira, what you have is 896,000 naira. By simply following the project Activate, by simply focusing on the project Activate. Ladies and gentlemen, with this 896,000 naira, you wouldn't have high blood pressure again when children are returning back to school in January. With this 896,000 naira, a lot of you, your children will not resume in the old school. You will change their school for them. With this 896,000 naira, some people will change their house because they can afford a better house. They can pay rent for a better house. All this can happen within the next 8 months with a minimum activity. Now, what it means is that everybody who joined from May till December are joining with only one account, which is impossible. But let's stay with that one account. It means that every single person who connected started with a single profit center, just one, from May till December, which is practically impossible. But let's leave it at one. For the sake of demonstration, let's leave it at once so that you can understand the minimum that can happen and you can begin to extrapolate. You can begin to multiply by the number of times you want to earn. Ladies and gentlemen, in January, how many of us know that January is not funny with some people? How many of us know that one of the longest months for the employees, not for entrepreneurs like us, one of the longest months is January? To them, January looks like 3 months. January doesn't finish early. The thing can stretch very well. It doesn't used to finish. And in January, the people are wailing, crying, scampering, looking for money. Those recruited in December will just activate with a minimum of 2. And guess what? How many persons have joined you? 512 persons have joined you. 512 persons joined your business in January. Wow. Are you seeing that your team size is above 1,000 already? Within a period of 9 months, your team size has grown to over 1,000. Now, what it means is that people who joined in May, June, July, August, September, October, November, December, did not connect anybody. That is what it means, which is also practically impossible. And 512 persons joined you in January. And it will be divided like this. 256 will be on your left, 256 will be on your right. 256 will match the 256 on your right. And it will pay you 256 times 7,000 naira, 1,792,000 naira. Now let me ask this question. If you're connected here this morning, apart from what I'm showing you, do you have a way of raising 1.7 million in the next 9 months without paying back, without taking loan, without dropping collateral? Do you have another way you can raise 1.7 million residually? This is what is possible between now and January. This is what is possible between now and January. In January, 512 people joined you. It will match 256 times and pay you 1.792 million. I need you to pay attention. Just pay attention. Ladies and gentlemen, in February next year, I'm showing somebody the future. If you can see the future is clear, go to the chat space and type the future is clear. Let's go to the chat and type it. I'm showing you tomorrow from today. The reason why a lot of people are not making anything is because of their inability to see tomorrow from today. That is exactly what I'm helping someone. That's why I said big picture, big picture, big picture. If this is clear to you, it becomes possible. If you can see what I am seeing, if you can see that in January you will be you can earn 1.7 million residually with a minimum that everybody is joining with one account. Ladies and gentlemen, in February, the people who join in January, which is the 512 people, will individually, remember, you're not the one working with all of them. Remember, hope you know, you're not the one working with everybody. No. At every level, each upline is working, because remember the key. We said you activate, you also work with those people you activate to also activate, and then you also teach them how to work with their people to activate, and then you stay active. That is the formula. That is all. So you're not the one even working with all these 512 persons. No, directly, no, you're not. You're not. Ladies and gentlemen, in February, the 512 people will activate with a minimum of 2, and 1,024 people will join you. And it will pay and match you 512 times. And if you multiply 512 by 7,000 naira, what you have is 3.584 million. Somebody's gratuity, somebody who is connected here, your 35 months, your 35 years gratuity can be earned in the next 12 months, in the next 11 to 12 months. Somebody's gratuity that after working for 35 years, you can realize. Are you aware? I'm showing you how to get your gratuity even before you retire from your job. 3.5 million. I know a lot of people who work for 35 years and retired and they were not paid 3.5 million. A lot of them were not paid 2 million. I'm just showing you big picture, the future. Please stay with me. I'm taking extra time, but please stay with me so that once you understand this, once you catch this, it becomes achievable. In March, what happens in March? In March, the 1,024 people who connected in February will activate. Now, it is possible because everybody is just working with a minimum of 2. So you're not the one even working with the 1,024. That is why it will be very effective. If you are expected to work with the 1,024, you cannot. It won't be effective. You can't even try it. You don't have the energy. But because you have taught everybody to activate and stay active, you discover that everybody is working with a minimum of 2 persons all through this cycle, including yourself. You are working with directly with a minimum of 2 persons. That's all. And guess what? Once this 1,024 activates, 2,048 people will join your business in 1 month. Good. In 1 month. And how did they come in? It's very simple. It's because the people who came in February activated with just a minimum of 2. That's all. That's all. What it means, the implication is that everybody who connected from May, June, July, August, September, October, November, December, January did not sponsor anybody. It was the people in February that activated. 2,048 people will join your team. As I'm talking to you this morning, a lot of things are opening up to me just by this. A lot of revelations are being opened up. Heaven is open already. Ladies and gentlemen, if 2,048 people joins your team in March, by just everybody's those in February, each of them just sponsored 2, only 2. You must have earned 7,168,000 naira. That is triple gratuity. Triple gratuity and pension. Ladies and gentlemen, in April, the people who activated in March will also activate. That's all. The people who activated in March will also activate. What is activate? It's just to sponsor 2. That's all. And 4,096 people will join your business. Now, this will help those who God has helped to connect a minimum of 2 in this May, not to joke with them. They will do the needful so that this project the cycle can be completed in 12 months. Remember, what I'm showing you is just the 12-month plan. 12-month plan. I'm showing you how to raise capital. Ladies and gentlemen, if 4,096 people joins your business, it is going to pay and match you 2,048 times. If you multiply 2,048 times by 7,000 naira, what you will have is 14,336,000 naira. 14 million in time. Is one account we are demonstrating with you, one profit center. So the people with 3 accounts, 7 accounts, 15 accounts, 31 accounts, mega accounts, the mega account holders. Begin to imagine what will happen. This is one account. This is the demonstration with just one single profit center. Ladies and gentlemen, by May next year, your team size has grown from just you up there to 8,190 people in your team. That is your team size. If you decide to follow this plan with the project activate. You know the 2 pass yourself. It's just 2. You sponsor 2 and you work with the 2. You teach the 2 to activate. That is the formula. You activate and teach those you have activated to also activate, to stay active. That is what everybody is doing in a whole 30 days. In a whole 30 days. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 30. Ladies and gentlemen, if a total of 8,190 people have joined your business, how much have you made cumulatively in 12 months? Do you want to know? Do you want to know? Ladies and gentlemen, you have made cumulatively in 12 months 27 million. 27,796,000 naira. Big picture. Big picture. I pity the people that logged out of the cell meeting. I pity them. I pity them. That is why they will always be where they are. I pity them. This kind of training, even if the network throws you out, you find yourself back. You find a way back in immediately. Cumulatively, 27,769,000 naira has been made over a period of 12 months. Child. Ladies and gentlemen, let me quickly show us the summary and then we round up. If you decide to engage in the project Activate, the 12-month plan summary with one account is on the screen. In 12 months, it has been proved that you will accumulate 27,769,000 naira in 12 months. In 12 months. Ladies and gentlemen, 50% success rate. Everything did not work as planned. Remember, connecting to minimum is the worst case scenario. But let's assume that you still didn't get 100% of that plan. 50% success rate of that plan is 13,884,500. Now, I need you to pause. Just pause now. Pause. Every one of you connected, I need you to pause. I need you to think in the next 60 seconds what 13 million can do for you. If you have 13 million now, if you have 13 million in your account, what kind of life will you be living? What can 13 million do for you? What kind of problems are around you that 13 million can take away? 13 million can solve. What kind of insult are you currently going through that 13 million can banish? What kind of humiliation are you going through now because you don't have money that 13 million can take care of? Just imagine, just think what 13 million can do for you. With 13 million, you can take 1 million naira out and go to Dubai and enjoy your life and come back. Jejely. With 13 million, you can put a borehole. You can remove 1 million from this 13 million and put a borehole in your community. Are you aware? With 13 million, you can reach out. You can remove 1 million and reach out to families of the widows, the orphans, and less privileged. Are you aware? Just imagine what 13 million can do for you. Ladies and gentlemen, 20% success rate is 5 million. 5 million. It means that you can engage in this project Activate and fail 80% and still make 5 million. Do you understand? No, you don't understand. Do you understand that you can engage in this project Activate? In the next 12 months, you failed 80%, you succeeded only 20%, and still make 5 million. %10 success rate is 2.7769 million. 2,776,900 naira. 10%, it means you failed 90%. You have made 2 million in 12 months. Who will dash you 12 million, 2 million in 12 months? Go to your MD, the person you are working for currently, and ask him to borrow you, not dash you. Let him borrow you 2 million. This one, you are not paying back. This one, you don't drop collateral. This one is not a loan. It does not come, there's no interest on this one. You are not paying back the money. It is your money. It is your money. Project Activate. Ladies and gentlemen, if you're connected here this morning, I like you to know that success is the sum of small efforts repeated day in, day out. That is why that is going to be possible. Success is the sum of small efforts repeated day in, day out. It takes discipline for this to be possible. It takes discipline for you to do the small effort day in, day out, every day. It takes discipline. It takes discipline. How many persons this morning are saying, I am going to be disciplined to achieve this. In the next 12 months, I will achieve this. It takes discipline. Stop looking for one day where you will sign up 8,900 people. It does not exist. Start small by small effort by people over time. Matt Morris said, and also Eric also emphasized, that the formula for financial freedom is by getting some few number of persons to do the same thing repeatedly day in, day out, and you have freedom. You have freedom. I'd like you to know that you don't succeed because you are destined. Everybody here is destined to succeed, but you will not become successful because you are destined. You will become successful, you will succeed because you are determined. Because you are determined, just like the way a lot of people are making up their mind this morning, that they are going to engage in this project Activate. Just like they are making up their mind this morning, that they are saying that on the worst case scenario, they must connect minimum of 2. You don't succeed because you are destined. You succeed because you are determined. You must understand that nobody can go back and start a new beginning. But everyone can start today, as I'm talking to you. You can start the project Activate today and make a new ending in the next 12 months. You can start the project Activate today and make a new ending in the next 12 months. You must find the place inside of you where nothing is impossible, where nothing is impossible, where everything is possible, ladies and gentlemen. The future is created by what you will do today, not tomorrow. The next 12 months will be created by what you will start doing today, not tomorrow, not next tomorrow. The future will be created by the things you will do, the project you are going to activate today. Ladies and gentlemen, there is no other way to find out whether or not you will be successful other than just doing it. Ladies and gentlemen, congratulations for being part of this training. Congratulations.